I'm Fiona. You must be Maria.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
I'm glad you're here. Let's take a look at your paper.
Okay.
So, what class is this paper for?
It's for my Shakespeare class with Dr. Jones. We have to write about Othello.
Oh yeah, I read that in class a few semesters ago. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just not really sure if my paper is very interesting. I think the thesis could use some work.
Sounds like a good place to start. First, why don't you paraphrase your thesis for me? I've already read your paper, but I'll listen to what you have to say, and I'll jot some stuff down so we can see if what you have in your head matches what you wrote.
Okay.
Sound good?
Well, I guess my thesis is that Othello is really conflicted within himself. He loves Desdemona, but can't control his jealousy. It's like his love for Desdemona is the best and worst thing about the relationship because his love for her is the thing that brings them together, but it's also what makes him want to kill her.
Okay. This is what I wrote down. You might want to write stuff down while we're talking just so you remember what we talked about later.
Okay.
So why do you think that Othello is conflicted?
Well, he isn't really conflicted in the beginning of the play, but it seems like he becomes more conflicted once Iago purposefully manipulates him.
Okay. So do you think that there are any reasons that Othello might be particularly prone to manipulation?
Well, the play talks about how Othello is already sort of discriminated against because he has such dark skin. It's like he might have some kind of inferiority complex, or just be more sensitive than other people that are more accepted by society than he is.
All right. So how do you think Iago uses this aspect of Othello to manipulate him?
Well, there's this one part when Iago uses really racist language to tell Desdemona's father that Othello loves her.
So maybe that's an instance where Iago uses racism to manipulate people around Othello?
Yeah, you could say that.
So what could some of the implications be of that for Othello? And why is he so conflicted? Is there a connection?
Yeah, I guess there is a connection. Iago is only using racism to manipulate people because he knows it will work. Iago knows that many people already have prejudice against Othello because of his darker skin, and he tries to use that against him. Othello seems like he's conflicted because he feels that prejudice. He probably felt that prejudice even before Iago came on the scene. He has this idea of himself, who he is, and it's opposed by how others view him.
Okay, good. Write that down. Is there anything else you want to work on? Is there anything that's bothering you about your paper?
Well, I don't really like my wording in the introduction. I think it sounds kind of weird.
Okay, so why don't I read it out loud to you, and you can jot down anything that sounds awkward, and once you've identified places that you feel could be improved, you can try to think of a better way to word it.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sure.
Shakespeare's Othello is a seriously conflicted individual. His greatest love is a woman named Desdemona, and later in the play, he kills her. He is manipulated by Iago, but he still allows himself to be manipulated. Why is this? Okay, why don't we stop here? What did you think needs to be worked on?
Well, now that I heard it out loud, it seems like using the word seriously might be a little too casual. Maybe if I said something like, Shakespeare's Othello is a profoundly conflicted individual, that might be better.
Okay, maybe you should write that down. What else needs work?
Well, I really don't like the second sentence. I think it could sound better.
Okay, just look at it a little bit and tell me what you think you could improve about it.
Maybe if I said something like, he loves Desdemona, yet ultimately cannot stop himself from murdering her.
Sure, write that down. All right, well, great work today. Good luck with the rest of your editing process.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. Hi, I'm Fiona. You must be Maria.
Nice to meet you. You got my paper, right?
Yeah, that's right. Have you made any changes since you sent it to me?
No, it's the same. We can use this copy.
Okay. I didn't mark up the paper because I want to go over any changes that I make along with you so that you understand why it needs to be changed.
Okay, that's fine.
So, to start, I believe your thesis is, whereas Nietzsche believes that God stopped existing as the human soul eroded over time, Augustine believes in the transformation of the individual soul and the possibility of human discovery. Is that right?
Yep, that's it.
That is a very strong thesis. I think your biggest problem is the organization of your claims following the thesis.
Okay, what do you mean?
The points you make in the paragraph that follow are valid. The problem is that the paragraphs are disorganized, that your main points aren't clear. Let's go over this first paragraph together.
Okay.
Here's the main sentence. Nietzsche does not believe in the existence of God without the existence of human souls, which he clarifies, and then your quotes. This sentence should be in the beginning of the paragraph so that the readers are clear on your direction.
Okay, I understand.
So, go through your paper and reorganize like that. Try it once now.
Okay. So, in this paragraph here, the sentence should go at the beginning?
Right, exactly.
Okay. I guess I meant to do that, but I wasn't really successful at it. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. There's also a pattern of error that I noticed and I wanted to point out to you as well, so you can look out for them in this paper and in the future.
Okay.
Read this sentence to me out loud.
Okay. Augustine believes in the power of transformation, which is clear when it is stated that God was found for him when his wild ways were reconciled.
Do you see the problem?
Isn't my use of the word it? Is that a problem?
It's not so much that as the awkwardness of the passive voice. Have you heard of active voice versus passive voice?
Oh, yeah. I kind of forgot what it is, though.
Okay, it's when you don't use a subject directly, like he did this or she did that, but you skip around using a subject altogether, describing the action as being done. There's a writer's web page all about it that we can go to right now.
Okay, great. Oh, I see.
You see? Or it was seen?
I see. Okay, and I switched halfway too, didn't I?
Yes, you did. You should stick with he or Augustine throughout that entire sentence. I would suggest, now that you understand, that you go through your paper and correct those errors. Do you think you could find another place where you could correct it right now?
Maybe right here. Good times were had by Augustine, and drinks were consumed many times in his life.
Right. That should be what?
Augustine had good times and had many drinks.
Right. All right, well, those were the main problems I could find with your paper. I'm going to write them down for you so you can remember them as you go through your editing process.
Okay, thanks. Okay. I would never have remembered any of that stuff otherwise, thanks.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I hope to see you back again here sometime.
Probably. See you around.
Bye.